You're listening to the Abolitionist Roundtable, patriotic Black American conservative all-access radio, with your hosts, Del, Phil, and Janice. They're leading the charge in advancing the conservative revolution. Join the conversation at 734-822-1600.
And we are back, and I just wanted to clear up a little more, add a little information, just in case some of you don't know. Jimmy's is located at 714 South Washington in Royal Oak, Michigan, and they generally get started over there around, about 10:30?
I think it's about 10:30.
Yeah, and so folks, if you get a chance, stop in and see a little bit of what the candidate for the House of Representatives. I don't know exactly which district that is, but he's currently the current sitting House of Representatives is Sander Levin. So if you're in that district, you might want to get over and see what the competition is about. But anyway, we're going to go on down the line. I wanted to say about the position of Hillary Clinton was that she, like so many Democrats, are the actual people that cause a problem, and then they turn around and they come up with these ideas to solve these problems. Like you've heard about the old breaking the windows and then having somebody come and fix them. Well, that's the situation with the Democrats. They set up these problems because they are the ones that are against any kind of law to stop and protect these borders. Now, we got a law that says we should have built a wall, and we did build about 60 miles of it or something like that down around San Diego.
I'm not sure how many miles, but it was
effective. It has worked. Yeah. But we've seen walls work, and then what they turn around and do is say things like, well, you got to build bridges, not erect walls.
Right.
And that they make this a race thing. And this is where I have the problem with the Democrat Party, because everything has to be a component of hate.
Right.
You know, it couldn't be any more. Just like Snyder. They want you to believe that Snyder hates people so much that he would actually poison black kids and and deny them any way to remedy the problem. But there are so many other things in this thing, and look, of course Snyder has some things that I disagree with, but I'm going to tell you what he did in this situation. I don't believe he should be the one that takes the brunt of this.
Well, they know that too. It's that theory, never let a good crisis go to waste, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're capitalizing on it. Yeah, but you know what? And Hillary Clinton, she was for traditional marriage before she was against traditional marriage, and she was for securing our borders before she was against securing our borders, and she was for lax national security with her email server situation before she was against lax national security. She's on the stage now acting like she is the big national security advocate. Yeah. She's the one that at 3 o'clock in the morning when the phone call comes in, she's going to be there to answer the call. But where was she when the 3 o'clock phone call came in Benghazi?
And where, more importantly, was the guy that won the job, Barack Obama. Where was he at when that call came?
Isn't that the truth?
And that's what the whole thing was about.
He was doing the tango.
Yeah, doing the tango with some pretty Latin lady,
The horizontal tango?
He was doing the tango, and in my bill, she was complaining about somebody whistling at her.
Let's go to the lines, and we're going to go to Gary on line 2. Good morning, Gary.
Hey, folks. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Gary.
It seems to me that after the president said what he did down in South America about choosing between communism and capitalism, just randomly pick things, after he rose his hand and swore an oath on the Holy Bible to protect the Constitution of the United States of America, so help me God, he should be put on a no-fly zone, a no-fly list, and immediately declared a clear and present danger to America and not allowed back in this nation. This man is a disgusting traitor, and he needs to be held accountable for what he's done.
And who do you think might do that, Gary? Who do you think can do that with the impotent Republican Party that we have?
Oh, I don't think anybody can do it.
Yep.
I think that we've gone to a point of no return. Unfortunately, there's been about 1,000 of us screaming in the wilderness about this for about 50 years, and now 100,000 people know, 1 million people know, and it's really nice to be right. But on the other side of that coin is it's disgusting, because being right means our nation is ruined.
Well, again, I'm going to ask you the question that I asked a couple of others this morning. Do you think that that the Republican Party is complicit in this?
Complicit? They're called
co-conspirators.
Yeah.
Co-conspirators, collaborators is what they call them.
Collaborators, yeah. Quislings.
There's no daylight between them. They're just a bunch of lying, thieving, and a lot of other words that I don't like to use on the radio because people get mad at it.
Look at how many times they sold us down the drain. We put out, earlier we talked about it, Janet. You were saying that, we were busy living our lives.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And so, we elect these people in order to represent us.
And we trusted that they would do what they said they were going to do.
And what did they do? They every big important issue that comes up,
they betrayed us.
They betray us, like the gay marriage situation. I mean, there's no way that this stuff should be handled by 5 people. That's just ridiculous. But
and if it comes to pass that we have to rise up in a more forceful manner, they've already flown in the army to repress us.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, look, Donald Trump can take care of himself. He's a big guy, but I don't believe that that all of the people in this country ought to try to, especially the news media, those people that have the voice, the people that can bring this out. Some of his rallies where people were come into his rallies and
the rebel rousers coming in. They the ones that's
they didn't say that
these
that
are Bernie
should be,
Sanders supporters.
Yeah.
These are Hillary Clinton supporters.
And
these are MoveOn.org.
Yeah, right. And the media said absolutely nothing about what their intent was. What they said was it was Donald Trump's fault because he did this or he did that. The Democrats have a real good way to handle that. They always say, well, you can't blame the victim. Well, Donald Trump was basically a victim, but he, like all people that have some kind of a principle, they're not going to fall back on, well, he took my, he hurt my feelings and all of that because, so Donald Trump comes out, and then we turn around and guess what? The people in the top echelons of the Republican Party join in and say, I'll never vote for Trump. Well, you are doing exactly what they would love for you to do.
That's right.
You're fulfilling your obligation to your traitorous roots, because it goes all the way back to Benedict Arnold.
Yes, Donald Trump wouldn't be anywhere near as popular as he is if it wasn't for the political class and what they've done to us. And Madeleine Albright, I think, said it right when she said, well, she didn't say this, but I'm going to say it. There's a special place in hell for the media.
Yeah. I would agree.
Easy, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary.
But, reserve that spot for the high echelon of the Republican Party, because let me tell you, over the years, by participating with the Republican Party, I've alienated friends and relatives and everything else. Because, the Democrats have done such a good job of demonizing the Republicans at every turn. For every issue that the Republicans oppose, and they have very good arguments for opposing those positions, the Democrats turn it into racism.
Right.
They turn it
sexism.
Into but it all falls back to ism. That it's taught by hate.
It's emotionalism.
Yeah.
They take a fact and turn it into an emotion, and that's where we lose every time. We have the facts, we have the ideas, we have the plans, but we get overcome by the Democrats' emotions.
And it's shown by how they will have a basic agreement with us on an issue, but when they find out that there is a voting bloc that will vote for them if you pander to them on that issue, then that's where they're going.
They change their mind, the media never calls them out on it.
Exactly
you know?
And like I said, I mean, Hillary is a great example
exactly.
of it. But it's not only the immigration issue, just like you said, it's the homosexual issue, the open
national
borders
security.
issue. Yeah. So it's all just one thing after another that goes back to one issue, and that is racism and hate. Let's go to Gary from Roseville. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning.
Morning.
What's happening, Gary?
Good morning, everyone. It's good to hear you this morning. You talk about all these decisions by the government, especially the courts, the Supreme Court, stuff like that, and knowing the Constitution, these people are, of course, they're going to say anything on the campaign trail to win people over. They know the masses out there don't really have a clue in a lot of cases. But, people don't realize that, like these decisions by the Supreme Court doesn't make law, They cannot make law. They only give
They do now.
They're not supposed
to. And that's the whole thing that people don't understand.
Yeah, and the executive branch doesn't make law either, and they're doing it too.
Yeah. Right. And just because the Supreme Court says, in their opinion, we need gay marriage. Well, that may be their opinion, and that's all it is. But like you say, the only one to make a law is Congress, and
Congress is busy wetting their pants in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gary. Go ahead.
They can tell them to just, we're not going there.
Well, they could, but they don't.
But they don't. They can call them on the carpet.
Am I delusional? But at one time, that there was a way that you could submit something to the Supreme Court or write a law and make it immune from ruling on the Supreme Court with this judicial oversight. There's a way that you can go around that.